Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today I have a very special video inspired by Montreal comedian Adam Susser. So a while back I saw a video that was posted on the YouTube Montreal Facebook page, and it was a video of Adam on a quest to get a burger named after himself at Notre Boeuf de Grasse. And I thought the video was really funny, so I tracked down Adam and asked him if ever he does stand-up in Montreal. And he mentioned that he was going to the Comedy Nest, so I marked the date on my calendar. And as the day approached, I had this flash of an idea to make some Adam Susser meat burger earrings. So I tried to figure out different ways that I could do it. I didn't want to use modeling clay because people make food out of modeling clay all the time, and I wanted to do something different. So I figured out how to make the burger out of wire and beads. So I decided to do a DIY video about that. And then last night we actually went to the Comedy Nest and we went to see his show, and I gave him his earrings and he was super happy. He said it was the first time he'd ever got fan art, so I was pretty honored about that. And this morning on Instagram he posted pictures of him wearing the earrings, so that was pretty awesome too. So what you're going to need for this project is flat pliers, round pliers, cutters, earring hooks, a couple pieces of 20 gauge wire. I have a round bead that I actually got marked to saw in half. So here's the bead that's being cut in half. Widthwise, you need sort of a hamburger looking bead. This is a wooden bead, and some fun foam. And then to make the bacon and the onions, I'm using 22 gauge artistic copper wire. So let's start with the caramelized onions. So I'm just going to get a piece of brownish colored wire and basically just twist it into a little bit of a mismatch here. You want to keep in mind you'll want like a little bit of a circular part in the middle that's going to kind of go in the middle like on the wire there. So let's just scrunch it up a little bit. You don't want it too fat either. So we're just going to go like that, and then we're going to cut the ends and just stick the ends down so they don't stick out. We'll just cut it and then make sure they go down kind of flush in there. So there's our caramelized onions. And then for the bacon, it's also 22 gauge wire, so we're going to cut a piece of wire like that, and we want to start with a loop because the little loop is going to go in the center wire. You want it to hold in place so it doesn't fall out, so we need that little loop like that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to bend it like this. This is slightly different than I made my sample, but I think it's going to work better this way. So we go like this. This kind of reminds me, I have a pair of earrings that looks like scissors. It's kind of the same concept where you do that little sort of round circle in the middle. So we're going to go like that, and then we need another round circle here, which will also go be strung onto that middle wire. So the circles are on top of each other. So let's go ahead and cut that end and get our flat pliers to flatten that bit as well. So we have a kind of a long oval. So it looks a little bit like bacon, but it looks like bacon before you cook it. So now we're going to cook the bacon, and we're going for that. We're going to bend this with the round pliers back and forth, so it looks a little kind of sizzly. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. We're kind of bending it back and forth like that, just to make it a little wiggly like that. And there is your bacon. So we'll make 2 pieces of bacon. So for the cheese, we're basically going to just cut a square so we can put our burger bead on there and just cut around it like that. There's the cheese. And then for the mushroom, I'm just going to freehand it. So we'll just kind of do a curve for the top of the mushroom. You could, I guess, do a couple of mushrooms, but I thought I'd just do a little symbolic mushroom to represent all the mushrooms. And then for the chipotle mayo, because you can't forget the mayo, basically just kind of cut around, little wiggly cut like that. And there you have your mayo. So to prepare the wire to put all the ingredients on, we're just going to take the round pliers, and you want to make a nice loop at the bottom because that's going to hold everything in place. So we have our loop, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start with the bottom bun. So we're going to put that half of the wooden bead on there. I guess you could make it out of Fimo if you wanted to, but I wanted to work with what I had. And then we're going to put on the burger, and then the American cheese. Apparently it's 6 ounces. And our caramelized onions. We'll just get into the middle of that. Caramelized onions and the bacon. So we want to string it onto those little loops we made in the bacon. Make sure it goes through both of them. And then the other bacon. Okay. And then you want the bacon to kind of be a little crisscrossed on top of there. And then we're going to put on our mayo. Luckily this is not too messy. So there we go, our burger, and then we need our top bun. So here we have the top bun. It's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. You could always file down the bead if it gets a little raggedy. And then we'll just compare this one to that one to make sure they're about the same height. And then, because that'll depend on how much pressure you put on this when you push it down. So we're going to push that down, and then you want to cut the end to about 1/2 inch like that, and get your round pliers, and then just bend it and do a little loop at the top to hold that in place. There you got your burger. Looks pretty yummy. And we're going to get an earring hook and just stick that right on there. Okay, so now we're at Notre Boeuf de Grace, and we're sharing the Adam Susser burger. So here's my half here, and we're going to give it a try. How do you like it, Mimi?
It's so good.
It's good? Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh my god, it's drippy. I just got it in my hair. Whoops. Oh my god, it's spicy. It's good, Adam. Thumbs up. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more DIY wire art and jewelry videos. Hit the notification button to be notified when I go live or when I post a new video. Be sure to check out Adam Susser on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and look out for him doing stand-up around Montreal. And also, if you have other ideas for DIY projects based on celebrities, I would love to tackle them. I've already done a live stream of me making Ellen DeGeneres out of wires, so if you have other ideas, that would be fantastic. So after all that, we forgot the bacon in our burger. So here we have a nice little pile of bacon. Whoa!